Hey, Steve Mignani here. The boots are on, which means it's heavy-duty junkyard crawl time at Burnston Auto Wrecking in Burnston, Mass. And few things are more heavy-duty than an Autocar truck. If you know your trucks, you'll know the name Autocar. If not, well, you might want to know that if you thought that Ford was America's longest-running automotive or vehicle manufacturer, think again. Way back in 1897, Autocar started building cars called the A car, like 8-9 years before Ford even started. And ever since, Autocar has been continuously building vehicles, making it the Western Hemisphere's longest running vehicle manufacturer. Now this is something, this is a C70, exactly what year we don't know. What we can add up as clues, 1933 was the first year for a diesel. This is gas powered, and 1951 brought curved windshields, but this one is certainly from the late 30s, early 40s, something like that. It's just got a ton of patina. Let's take a look under the hood and see. But there's that Autocar thing. And after 1911, by the way, Autocar got away from cars and built nothing but trucks. So they were competing with Mack. In fact, Autocar was and is located in Pennsylvania, also the home of Mack way back when. Okay, what do we have here? Oh yeah, wow, what a monster. This is the Autocar Blue Streak six-banger. It's a flathead, 447 cubic inches, just 133 horsepower, but 352 foot-pounds of torque. Let's take a closer look at this thing. This is a mix of ancient and modern. Well, I wouldn't say modern, but it's a flathead. And here's this cast iron water manifold here that runs from the radiator feeding the flathead cylinder. This is the manifold, or the tube, I should say, for the spark plug wires that run on down to the distributor. You know, a lot of hot rodders say you never want to have spark plug wires touching each other because they'll cross over and short out. Well, it seemed to work pretty good on a truck application. If the wire's in good shape, they can touch. It's not a big deal, as proven here. Something kind of wacky here on the side of the engine. Looks like a turbocharger, that sort of snail shell looking thing right there. Well, that's a water pump, and this is driven by the generator through that shaft right there. So pretty crazy stuff. This external water pump shaft-driven stuff is something found on like the earliest inline gasoline engines and abandoned as you get into the late 30s, early 40s for front-mounted belt-driven stuff. But again, an old engine. But again, it served the purpose. 447 cubic inch flathead 6. Old school electric horns. You know, air horns were certainly possible, but this truck's a little bit lighter duty than a full-on over-the-road diesel type truck. Let's take a look inside and see what we can find here. Man, a small cab, very narrow across, no sleeper, nothing like that. The vacuum windshield wipers, this little thing up here, would have been fed vacuum, and you'd turn this on and the wipers would move, that little guy right there. And here's the Autocar trim tag right here. It's faded out, but it says the Autocar Company. Again, Pennsylvania was the home, and in fact still is. Autocar is still very much alive. In fact, they're on the cutting edge, the leading edge of building electrically powered rigs, which are right around the corner for production. The front seat on this thing, let's take a peek. I wonder if any truckers from way back when dropped some change or anything cool in here. Let's take a look and see what we find. There's a gas cap. Here's a little wedge, maybe for a floor jack or something. Another one. Let's see, any pocket change, any gold, Krugerrands. I want Krugerrands. Here's a taillight lens for definitely not an Autocar. 1955 something, maybe a Buick. Well, no gold coins here. And no tetanus either. I'm going to quit while I'm ahead and stop looking there. But yeah, just an old school steel cab. Aluminum cabs are still a little ways down the road. But keep in mind, Autocar in the late 50s was one of the leaders in aluminum cab construction and aluminum frame construction for their over-the-road heavy-duty diesel trucks. Also here we see here the gas tank on this side here with this cast iron UL badge. Underwriters Laboratory, which was founded in 1894. It was a nonprofit for many years, and basically Underwriters Laboratory, that is the seal of safety. Basically, it means the tank doesn't leak, but there it is, Underwriters Laboratory. You see that on power tools and stuff, but going way back to the 20s, 30s, 40s, UL was a sign of quality. And like all Autocar trucks, this one does have a drive shaft right here, and a live rear axle with leaf springs. And keep in mind, you know, at this point in time, trucks were moving from chain drive like Mack to drive shafts with live axles. In fact, Autocar was one of the leaders in that transition from chains. In fact, I don't think any Autocar trucks ever had chain drive. They were pretty much always driven with a drive shaft and a live axle at the back. So a very, very cool piece, a relic. I don't think this truck will ever get restored. It's kind of a sad thing. But on the back is something kind of cool. To see more about this, you have to watch the next video. And of course, if you like what you're seeing here, be sure to subscribe to the Steve Maggs YouTube channel.